Hello and welcome to Player 4 Podcast November 2017 live stream. This month we have myself, Shagrazir.
Hold on, I'm not seeing it.
Did you screw it up? Am I doing the intro for nothing?
Nope. Alright, we're good now.
Now, or were we good before?
We're good now.
Hello and welcome to Player 4 Podcast November 2017 live stream. Better the first time. You messed me up. What? So, it is. I am Tristan, aka Shagrazir on the Rooster Teeth website.
I am Malachi, aka Tsukihiba.
I am James, aka Widowmaker.
And we are here in Destiny 2. We're just going to wander around some areas and fight some monsters while we chat about the game, this game. Destiny 1, might make some comparisons. Talk about our experiences here and talk about other games and such while we play for a little while. So, welcome to our live stream. Sit back, relax, get yourself a drink, and let's have some fun, shall we?
Just to clarify, just to say, we're not going to do any Star content, we're just going to do the open world content in the game.
Yes. So, we're going to head over to Io. No ball for you.
No ball.
Going to Io.
Okay.
Where? There's that. We're going to go over toward the Lost Oasis, see if we can catch that public event. So, hello guys, how have you been?
I am the usual. Nothing spectacular, nothing terrible.
Food?
I wish I had food.
General.
I just finished my
You got a job, you got money for video games. I'd say that's pretty
That's
good.
just good.
Pretty good. So, we've been playing Destiny 2 for... Right? We haven't had much
A week and a
chance
half? 2 weeks?
a week and a half?
Week and a half.
Launched on, when did it launch? 24?
The 24th.
So weak.
That's a week. Yeah, 1 week. PC, which was about a month and a half after it launched on the consoles. Because, you know, I will say that I did play it a bit on launch day. And bad as game launches I've borne witness to have gone. I wasn't, waiting in line to sign on. I had quick and easy access to the servers. It didn't feel lagged out. There were a good number of players that I could see interacting with it. And I was able to get through the initial single-player portion of the story so that I was ready to hang out with you guys. Did anybody else sign in on launch day?
I did.
Yes, I did. I didn't, and just played through the single player. Might have done one other mission, but yeah, same thing. I didn't have any issues with connections or anything like that. So, pretty smooth.
Flag pole for the public event, which is up on top of one of the plateaus here. We got 42 seconds. How about some initial impressions? James, you and I played Destiny 1. What do you think, what would you say was one of the most striking differences between Destiny 1 and 2? Because I think we can agree that it's largely been maintained as pretty similar.
For the most part, the weapon additions and classification changes, I think, is probably my, as far as gameplay is concerned, that's probably my biggest issue. And I know that you've said the same thing with sniper rifles now being considered heavy weapons instead of or power weapons, as they're called in this one, as opposed to energy weapons.
They go in
make
slot 3
balancing your
instead of
loadout for certain playstyles a little bit odd. But other than that, the only other thing that kind of bugged me was the when I played through, because I was impatient and I got it for the Xbox. I played just through the campaign first, and then started doing public events and things.
Mhm.
So I didn't get a sparrow until the very, very end, and some of the maps are kind of big, so it makes it a little bit of a pain to get through everything.
I've noticed that because now I'm sitting here at level 20 and I still don't have a sparrow. I'm not quite done with the campaign because we've been going through that kind of all together just as we have time, and then just when not everyone's on, just doing like this, wandering, doing public events, not progressing the story. But you know, so we're all above rank 20, and I'm still sparrowless.
Yeah, it's not, they didn't give it out at all as a reward for anything. The only way we seem to have gotten them is, I believe it's the same for James, is from Bright Ingram, which is from leveling up.
It's from leveling up after rank 20.
Right.
After
you
rank
still
20,
continue to gain kind of experience points. Yeah, when I finished the campaign on the Xbox, you do get a green one at the very end. But it's after everything is kind of said and done as far as story is concerned. Just a lot of walking up to that point.
I know it. I'm still in the thick of it.
How about you? What have you considered the biggest kind of changes?
Again, the loadout changes were interesting because I used to run scout rifle first slot, sniper rifle second slot, and then a rocket launcher third slot. And now I like being able to snipe, but I have to choose between a sniper rifle and a rocket launcher because they're now both third slot items. But I think even if I wasn't made to make that choice, I would probably end up running my loadout similar to how it is now, just because you can have an auto rifle on your second slot, which is a new classification weapon. The energy weapon is specifically for taking out shielded enemies. It gets a special bonus against them. So I kind of find that having an automatic weapon for that type of target is to having, say, a rocket launcher.
Guardian down.
Oh, nasty. So it's like I was really gripey about it at the beginning, but after I've come to understand sort of the dynamic of the enemies and how it does things and wants you to fight them, you know, what it gives you bonuses or penalties for, it kind of makes
Take that. Take it.
more sense.
Seal the interdimensional breach. Excellent.
Automatic weapons are a little bit better as energy weapons anyway. Like, I have the option to run a scout rifle as my energy weapon, and I tend not to.
Yeah, that towards the beginning I had, just because I'd basically run a kind of low zoom sight on my kinetic, and then a higher zoomed scope on my energy, and then do like a grenade launcher or something for. Where did you go?
There's another public event at the Rupture.
Oh, you
Fast traveled.
okay.
It's available to me, so I'm using it.
Great.
That's something else they added to the game. They has fast traveling off of the map.
Oh my goodness! I will say yes. In the
Good. Sorry.
area of positive additions, the map #1.
Yes, absolutely.
Cannot even recount the number of times, James, you and I used to play Destiny 1 and say, we don't know how to... We just have to fumble around these areas because we have no map to reference, except when we're in orbit, where it doesn't help us.
It got to the point where I would pull up a map on my phone on Google while I was playing, just so I could see, okay, I have to go this way to get where I want to go. It's just it is very nice to have it in the game. You can set markers and stuff. At least I think you can, right?
You can mark. I've only noticed that I can mark. I haven't tried marking things that aren't like things.
Well, yeah,
I haven't tried marking around.
Right. No, I don't.
But-
That I don't think you can do. But if there's like an adventure or something,
Adventures or story missions, yeah.
What's interesting though is if you don't unclick it later, it will. If the event reappears, it will be marked still.
I noticed that once.
So you can actually mark all the public events and just leave them that way, and you just see them pop up on your screen whenever they're up.
Can you mark more than one at a time?
Oh, okay, so there's only one. Alright. I didn't try that
You
yet.
can only mark one thing at a time. But I mean, that's still a massive improvement. You tap M and it works like a GPS. It shows you where on the map you are and what direction you're facing, and it's got really high resolution to it too, because you can use it to figure out. Yay, Brett Ingram! You can use it to figure out where like the lost sectors are. You can see on the map the emblem for the lost sector, which is like a cave to explore with a mini boss monster in it. And you can the map exactly where the entrance is, so you can use the GPS function to get your cursor over to it until you find it.
Yeah. The slightly more challenging, but it also shows up on the map, is the region chests.
I'm still missing a lot of region chests, definitely. I really have only found a few in total. I think I found maybe 6 region chests in the whole game.
Yeah, I haven't really put in any kind of effort to specifically go and find them.
Public event. So we like to do these, when not everybody's on to do story missions. And we're not doing story missions now because we didn't want to have to and try to pay attention while also trying to podcast. Public events tend to have good drops, and what else we got? Public events, lost sectors, adventures, just general running around and
Capture this lander. Capture,
Doing
destroy,
public events is really good just because the swarm of enemies that come at you, you have to chase them all down, and you have the chance to get legendary drop or legendary Ingram drops from enemies.
for all you people out there going, well, why don't you just do Crucible? None of us really enjoys the Crucible.
And we
Great
just got to the point in the story where we unlock strikes. So that's another thing that we haven't really had a chance to do yet. But that's available to us now.
We should definitely do a strike later.
Yeah, do that.
I'm so glad they're not watching my screen right now. The camera, I hope you're making all your shots.
Oh god. I'm dying though. It's got freaking...
No.
I might have walked into the missiles that dropped from the ship above us.
I gotta watch out for that. Where is
that thing here yet?
There it is. Yeah, it's up there.
Is it there? I got it. Where is that ship? Kill the ship for the epic.
Is he just coming in for his first? Yeah, he's reducing his altitude, so he's coming in for his first swoop.
Ah, shoot.
I hope.
Yeah, he's just coming around the mountain. Somewhere. Oh, there it is. Hello, buddy. Eat a rocket.
Oh, come on. Nice.
On. Nice.
We knocked that ship out of the sky. Guardian
Someone landed on me.
Oh,
Somebody
drop
landed.
pod.
I had a misadventure. That was bad. Oh, that guy's big. Alright, Captain America time. Alright, beat his fanny up. Hey.
We did it, Hurray.
I like that you go from a shield to a purple Ingram. Legendary Ingram.
You got one? Oh, I got one too. Woohoo.
shot down a ship
Dang, it's
and
wow.
the commanders,
You're two
and
blue
we
weapons.
hijacked the landing.
Me too.
Well, one
The
thing,
legendary Ingram was sitting on the ground from an
well,
enemy.
if you see in the chat, one of the other like randos here got a exotic
Yeah,
Ingram.
an exotic, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't he all special?
Asshole. Let's see here.
Whoa, bleep.
Keep that. I said special.
Oh,
You think I said?
something.
Hey. Anyway. So, compares the story. You got
There was story in the first one.
sometimes like you were a dude.
You were a dude that got revived by a little floaty thing, and then the most story that we really got was that
Guardian down.
Exo character, but we never really learned who she was. We never really learned who she was affiliated with, where she was from, why she was helping us, anything about it.
He seriously just escaped. She's still here.
So is there an HVT or something?
Yeah, it's there he is, the Storm Minotaur.
Oh, there he is.
The bejesus out of me right now.
Oh, you got him. Nice.
There we go. Got him. Yeah, there was the stranger who was
Yes, that's what they referred to it as.
you said it just now, but I already forgot. What's the name of the robotic race?
Exos.
Exo, right. She shows up, and at the end of the mission, at the end of the first campaign, before the expansions, she goes, "Hey, good job. Here's a pulse rifle." Guys say thanks, I guess. But yeah, like you said, James, they never developed her story. She shows up, she watches you, she gives you some advice, but you never know what her goal is. You never know if she achieves her goal, even.
And I was almost half expecting her to show back up in the campaign for this before the game launched.
But I really super did.
But I don't know.
Almost. I thought that we
and-
were finally going to get some closure on that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of add-ons later with various DLC and stuff. So maybe, but it's just been there's not as much kind of continuation of what story there was in the first one as I would have expected there to be. But that being said, there is a lot more story in this one. You get explanation of certain things. It doesn't really seem to be going into specifics on what the darkness is, but it kind of goes into the Traveler and the Light and Ghost a little bit more.
I think they got rid of the term darkness entirely.
Did they?
Yeah, like you don't see anything being referred to. Like you don't see such and such has been consumed by the darkness or anything like that appearing when you die anymore.
That's true. It's your light fades away or something along those lines.
So I'd been told by other players from the consoles that same. They tried to. They didn't have a good concept of what this idea of the darkness was, and so they said, "Well, we'll just."
Rather than illuminating it, we'll keep that in the dark, as it were.
As it were. What is this, and why is it floating here? Anyway,
I don't know that it's anything that we can interact with.
It looks like
it
the
looks like the thing from the
public event. Yeah.
here because I believe, yeah, I'm standing right on top of. It says that there should be a lost sector right around here, so I'm looking for the entrance. I thought maybe this big door was it. I guess not.
Gotta look for the rainbow.
Yeah, look for the rainbow.
Those are not lost sectors. Those are the chests. Those are regional chests.
You're right. This isn't the lost sector. These are chests.
Oh yeah, there's a lost sector on the far side of the map.
There's a chest
Oh, yeah.
up here. It's not a region chest, but there's a chest up here.
Might be a region chest over here, though. Oh, wait. Well, I found material. Phase glass.
You find it?
Region chest. I see a regular chest that James has stood in front of.
Far away. I think it's actually. You know what?
Be nice having a map to be able to actually do stuff, find stuff with. I'd have to just smack my face on things to go, oh yeah, there is a thing here. It says it's like to my left. And it's still there, so it wasn't marking that chest. I understand where it's trying to tell me to go. Any event, so yeah.
I think we have to go up. But in order
Down, and I don't see anything down,
to do
so
that,
I'm gonna go with...
I don't think we can go up that
No, we
that
can't.
side. I think we gotta come around on this end. Use this side.
So... What other games have you been playing lately, James?
For me?
PC, since I know you're more of an Xbox player.
Yes. I've actually been playing Division quite a bit lately. I unlocked I found a the MDR in that game. It's a semi-auto assault rifle class weapon. And I've kind of changed the way that I'm setting up my classes, and I seem to be doing better since they changed the majority of the way the gameplay works.
Still have to fight guys with exorbitant amounts of health with weapons that do exorbitant amounts of non-damage to them.
Yes. Of course. What kind of question is that?
But Wildlands.
Wildlands was excellent. I haven't played it recently. I've gotten most of the way through the campaign. There are kind of two endings to the game.
Yeah.
One unlocks as soon as there's kind of the whole premise is you have to take down a cartel based in a drug cartel based in Bolivia, and there are 4 kind of branches to their operation. And as soon as you take down 2 of the branches, you have the opportunity to go after the kind of head hunter guy.
Right.
And it gives you one ending. And then if you take down the other 2 branches so that the thing's basically completely dismantled, then there's an alternate ending that you can get. I've gotten to the point where all 4 branches have been dismantled, but I haven't played the last ending yet.
And I assume that that's the good one, the one that you have to work harder for.
Yeah.
The other one is somewhat less satisfying. Oh man, I can see the region chest! It is way up there!
Oh, it is up top? I climbed as high as I...
Oh, okay, so it
On the
is...
outside, I saw you were way up there.
Hey guys, you want to come over here real quick? We can go back there. There's a trapped high value target, and then there's also the little dungeon thing. I forgot the actual name for it.
Where are you?
Sector?
Yes, that.
There was a, where I was, there was kind of a portal-looking thing. I didn't walk through it because I didn't want to leave you guys, but... Coming to you, hang on.
Uh-oh, I unlocked the high value target. Going after him.
Coming.
There you go. So, yeah, how come we haven't done any, AZ? That's a game we used to play a lot.
It is a game we used to play a lot. And honestly, it's just been between the reason that I haven't finished the second ending in Ghost Recon, between this and Division and homeownership, I just haven't had time to do very much. Plus, it's been really busy at work, so it's last couple of weeks I've been working kind of late, so it's kind of a combination of all things that I haven't had time. But
pipe valve thing that was going on the last time I tried to talk to you?
What's that?
A leak going on in your house?
Oh, the
That kind of helped before.
for the our one of our heating zone valves failed.
One.
The wax motor ruptured or something, it just stopped working, so we weren't getting heat to the first floor.
What kind of heater?
Winter months. Sorry.
Do you got like a boiler system?
Yeah, it's we have forced hot water, so it's so the circulating pump is kicked on by the valve when it opens that circuit, and it wasn't opening the circuit, so it wasn't kicking on the pump, so on and so forth.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
Yeah, no, it was pretty easy to I mean, I took the power head on the valve apart and tried to fix it. I mean, the wax motor thing was stuck, the actuator was stuck. So I took it apart, cleaned it up, and got it to release, but it just, I don't know if enough wax had leaked out that it just wasn't actuating far enough or what, but it was...
oh, we could probably get this, or the thing before the public starts.
Oh yeah, probably. Alright, so...
It's over
We
by
got 4
me.
minutes.
Where the hell... Oh, the, yeah, I'm not able to do it.
I would also say that one of my favorite things about this game has been there were a couple of cutscenes here or there. I can flip the sparrow, even though it's not mine. And so you got some taste of who the characters were, the Guardian group, Zavala, Cade 6, and Ikora.
Mhm.
And you got, I always enjoyed, because Ikora and Cade 6 are played by Nathan Fillion, and really bad, I've forgotten her name, but she plays Zoe on Firefly.
Yeah.
I like the two of them together were kind of like Firefly brought back together almost.
And in the dialogue, there were some references, if I remember correctly.
Yes, well, here and there. I just love Nathan Fillion. He's really funny, and so now that they finally got, like, the characters were not confined to the tower in this game, they kind of run out and were trying to save the world with this big new problem that arose. You really got to kind of get into their personalities, when they're not just managing, when they're actually trying to be themselves, the fighters that they became famous for being. And it was just so much fun, especially anything involving Fillion's character, Cade 6. He has a best friend chicken by the end of the game. That was a big one for me. Just, oh gosh, hand in hand with it actually having more story that was easier to access than the first game. That was a very nice side effect of that.
Die or did he just... No, he disappeared.
Yeah, he teleported. That was actually the first time I've seen him do that.
It was really obnoxiously timed, because it was like
No,
right at
like-
the end of his health. I just got an assault rifle called Cuboid.
Called what?
Cuboid.
Cuboid?
Cuboid.
Interesting.
Which has always been a funny word to me, because the suffix oid, oid, means three-dimensional object. Also means three-dimensional square. So it's saying cuboid is redundant. Spheroid and cuboid. So mean having the characteristics of a cube, or wow, I just shot a flying cube out of the air.
With your cuboid?
sadly. But I don't know what they are, what they're doing here. They're just moving around. I do 160 damage to them and they disappear. Just floating around. Weird. Just, you know, just whatever. It's part of the game aesthetic. There's another one. Anyway, so yeah, I loved the cutscenes, and I loved being able to, you know, have more conversations with those characters and understand what goals are and what made them the heroes into the position of managing the city. That was much bigger for me. Of course, I've always been more into.
Hologram started.
Mm-hmm.
That was very nice. I liked that.
I agree.
I could see why you like Cade 6 as a character also, so it was pretty cool to see him as a full character right away.
Had a thing for capes.
Not so much ponchos.
So, yeah, I mean, he complimented her poncho. He just prefers the cape.
Capture, destroy. Either way, get it out of here.
For the cape.
Do we want to activate the heroic here?
Oh yeah, always. Do it. Ignore me. Please ignore the man on top of the drill. Thank you for disintegrating. Shields.
Oh, I backed up right into the missiles again.
Oh, mouse down.
Again.
What else has been going on? You just you finished your update to your Warframe there, right, James?
Yes.
We should definitely get in and play that at some point. I'm probably gonna go down.
It's been a little while.
A little while, he does. Your control stick, or whatever.
Nice, well, say last year.
They just explode?
No. Close. Keep getting launched by this damn science.
Like a grenade launcher? Oh, that's a Scion doing that?
Tripped you.
Forgot about that. There it goes. It's leaving, isn't it?
Damn.
Oh wait,
I don't know if we oh.
I think we botched it.
I missed it.
I totally missed it like an idiot. I was so focused on fighting.
Yeah, me too.
I was trying to keep the conversation going, so I wasn't thinking about it either. So yeah, we should get into Warframe and get through the storyline so that you can go to the Plains of Eidolon with me. See you there. Don't understand the missiles, they're good.
Do that.
Make all that downloading time worthwhile.
Oh, it's back.
This? Oh,
Shit.
rocket launcher.
Damn, one of these got a hell of a ow.
Oh, I got a rocket to
Shot
the
from that
face.
launcher. I got like nothing.
Nuts. It's getting away.
Yeah,
It's not gonna come back.
Nope. Oh well. Can't go heroic every time.
I do.
Ooh, I got a lander.
I don't want to do heroic.
Will be more.
I don't.
Oh, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got?
Alright.
Got a lot of good.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the point where there's patrol missions yet, have we?
Until the end.
The reason that I asked,
I don't see why.
Yeah, the if you bring up the ghost, the notifications will go away. On the right hand side of the screen, there's these challenges, and one of them is walk the beat, complete 3 patrol missions. But you can't do that yet.
Soon. Soon. Yes.
I think I see a way to that chest.
Hey,
Over,
when are we
uh,
going camping?
These platforms over here.
over to the right.
Yeah, this is how I got up as far as I did earlier.
Well, so the gold chest that you're trying to get to is up on that highest one, like, below the top. The one that's, like, right in the middle of the A-frame. We're gonna go camping. Learn how to camp in the snow.
Yeah. I don't know. And the let's see. This weekend Nikki's working. Next
Get up
weekend I
as high
want
as
to
you did.
say we have something, but I don't recall exactly what. I don't know. We'll have to coordinate.
How are you guys even getting up as high as you are? My guy just slides back down.
I'll come get you.
Where
How far up have you gotten?
where is the gold chest from
Not
here?
at all. If I try to climb up, he just slides right back down the side.
Actually, I missed where the gold
I
chest
don't know.
is.
You're too far over.
Where is it?
This way.
That surface.
Where is the gold chest at up here?
Not near
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it.
it. Higher than where you are. It's where I'm shooting.
Oh, it's right there.
I wonder if it's that portal thing up by where you are, Malachi.
Little way in.
Well, I will try it out. See where it leads me.
I think it's a
Thing has
portal.
an interior.
Whoa, this is kind of cool.
Look at this. I never even knew it had an inside.
Where are we? Oh, hey, it leads right to it. Ha!
How about that?
Figured it out. Not really.
It's got a thingy too.
How to investigate?
Yep.
Hey, look, a region chest.
Region chest.
I read once the Traveler is the most studied
I don't know.
object
It's so
in human
frustrating.
history.
I'm like, how do you get up there?
The people of the Golden Age tracked its movements from planet to planet, trying to
Here, man.
understand everything they could.
Ground artists are really good. Hello, Jupiter. Where's my great red spot?
There's a
What's that?
little thing out in space up there.
I do love that Jupiter is actually rotating, and you can see the clouds rippling.
Hmm.
See some satellite ruins up there.
Oh yeah, you do get to see. a
And
little
you can
more
see
stuff.
Ganymede,
And you can see what?
one of Jupiter's other moons.
Oh.
Jupiter has 4 primary large moons and like 16 or so smaller moons.
Mm,
Ugh.
James is not impressed.
Not much of a stargazer.
No.
So, but yeah, we were going to take a trip out to the again, do
Yes.
some more airsoft, which we haven't done in years, and learn camping.
Been a while on that too.
To go last
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Sounds like there's a story there.
What? Camping or?
Last time.
The last time we went. Jeez, that was my
Years ago.
second co-op. So that would have been 09?
That long ago? Damn. I don't think it was that long ago, was it really?
No, that was the first time we went. Was my second co-op because I drove up alone. The second time we drove up together, I think.
Cars.
Sorry.
Wait, no. There was one time that we took the same car.
Yeah.
Because I remember
We were
we switched
driving
off
and we
driving.
got stuck on a hill. Yeah. So you
I had to hand it back to you, but it's like this thing's gonna slide backwards, and I don't want to be the one behind the wheel if we go off the road.
Yeah. No. Well,
Like,
I mean,
want you. If we go off the road, I want you to be the one driving.
my car makes sense. But taking a Mustang up to upstate New York in the middle of winter, probably not the smartest idea.
Hey, we put some weight in the trunk.
We did, and I think I'm fairly sure I had snow tires at that point. Which, honestly, it's like night and day. It makes the car so much more drivable and controllable in the wintertime.
But it's still not going to make a lot of difference when, you know, the snow is 2.5 feet high and your clearance to the ground is, you know, 18 inches.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. 18 to
Less than that.
the
Mustang have 8.
yeah, probably about that is that. That was interesting. Oh, there it is. I just watched a Taken Centurion do his, like, when they summon that orb thing that they shoot at you. He did that, and as soon as he finished that animation, a rally flag for a public event showed up right behind him.
That's funny. He summoned it.
He pooped it.
What I remember, I
I'm not
remember
Giants.
at least one of the times that we tried this.
Uh-huh.
It got so cold.
Yeah, that we ended up. God, sorry.
No experience trying to survive in this kind of weather.
Yeah, no, that was not good.
Giant scars spawning in
And
20
so
seconds.
we ended up.
There's a public at giant scars spawning in 20 seconds. Well, 10 now.
I'm near you. In any event, we ended up retreating to the cars.
Yes.
Cars.
Well, that was the time where we only had the one.
I seem to remember ending up in the cars when we had.
The Taken disturbed my focus.
Oh, because I remember
Some
leaving it
transdimensional
running
nonsense.
for the heat. I remember being distinctly concerned about either dying of freezing to death or dying of carbon monoxide poisoning.
I don't care who's drinking what. Hurry up and deal with them.
Decidedly more concerned about the whole freezing thing, just because the ground was it just sucked the heat right out of you. But, yes.
That was a learning experience. We learned we knew nothing.
I think I know a fair bit more now.
Oh, I know. So you're gonna have to teach me. It'll be fine. Maybe we don't freeze.
Not freeze that much, I can pretty much guarantee.
Hard to retreat to.
What's that?
A car to retreat to.
We will have a car to retreat to, yes, but we should not need to.
We're gonna get that leaf trick right this time.
Trick.
Near the cold ground with leaves below your tent.
Oh, use pine boughs. Do a better job of insulating. Because they kind of keep
Something to insulate, and then they also often recommend like a cot with things of some kind.
Yes, just to keep you off the ground, because the contact with the ground, with the cold ground, is what sucks the heat out of you. That's what's kind of dangerous. So the more insulation you can put between you and that, the better.
Bad flight. It's over.
That much I recall. Malachi's off doing a public event in another area. Yes, because he's ignoring me.
I told you guys where I was going.
How we waited.
Whoa! There's a
That's what you get for trying to rip open the fabric
Oh,
of
yeah.
a
reality.
target over here.
Your grasp of relativity is execrable.
Malachi.
Nevertheless, let me return to my studies.
It's
What?
podcast. You gotta be talking, man.
You guys were in your conversation you just ended. I have nothing to say about your camping thing other than, like, because you're just reminiscing.
Maybe something you do have something to say about.
I haven't camped in a long time. How about that? That's it. Sucks being an adult.
Play a conversation.
But no, I've always enjoyed camping, but I haven't got to do it in a long time.
You know, I've never really enjoyed camping.
Oh, I love it. Being out around a campfire, just chilling, making stuff on the fire. Moon pie, moon pies. Mountain pies? Mountain pies.
He
Delicious.
teleported, it ended.
Mountain
Pies.
pies.
Mountain pies.
Sounds like poop.
Poop? Did you just say it sounds like poop?
What are they up to now, huh?
You know, well, my
Cow
aunt,
pies, mountain pies.
it's basically what we do is you just put, just kind of like making grilled cheese, put butter on either side of your bread there. You sit there and put a jelly filling in there and you cook it over the fire.
Look, jelly.
Well,
That
like a
sounds horrible.
like a filling. Not really jelly, like actual just jelly, like a filling of some sort.
Destroy. Either way, get it
Peanut
out.
butter and
Blueberries.
jelly sandwich.
There you well, hey, why not?
Good.
Honestly,
Why not? I go, why would you do that?
just because. Just do stuff. It's fun to do something. It's out of the norm.
The yeah, I
It's a horrible shot.
now what we did up in New York is what I consider camping. It's the only structures on the property where you have a shed up there for tools, but it's too small to really go into. It's not really shelter per se. And then there's a deck because it's a vineyard, so it's all on kind of a hill. But there's a deck to kind of create a flat spot, and it's got a bench on it to eat at. That's it. So that's kind of what I consider camping. You go out, there's no bathrooms, there's no electricity, it's just, that's it. We had the cars, fortunately, but nothing else. Up the street from my house, there's that Massasoit State Park, and there used to be camping there, but they closed it because they need to renovate all the utilities, the electricity and the bathrooms and all that stuff. And when I think that, I think, okay, that's for like camper type camping, not tent camping. Why do you need electricity and all that for tent camping?
Because some people's definition of camping is just not being in their house.
I like my
Go out in your
bathrooms, my
backyard and do
electronics.
it. What's that?
Bathrooms and my electronics.
Oh, I missed it.
I'm not a camper.
What?
The ship was in the air. I got about half there.
Right.
I got knocked down. Owie,
Oh,
ow, 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 pain,
Is
ow,
it
ow,
gone, or is
ow.
it
No,
the
no.
first?
Pass.
Okay.
I'll verbalize it when it comes back again.
Verbalize it?
Verbalize.
Whoa. Are you gonna go Snicker Snack?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's back. It's not stationary yet, but it's incoming. Yep.
Why do these guys not leave me alone?
They're standing on their big
I'm
fancy
dead.
drill. Oh, really? Yeah, that ain't happening.
Oh god, no, it's
And
leaving.
leaving.
It's leaving. I
Angles.
missed it with my rocket.
Yeah, me too. And I got dead.
You suddenly suck at this. I'll tell you how you suddenly suck at this. Nessus. I've played this one many times. If I stand up on their big fancy drill, they do not murderize my face. If I'm able to stand up there and focus on the ship when it appears. Jesus. Killed by the architects.
Oh, you can't get killed by the Guardian. Well, I guess in
Crucible?
you can. But yeah. Just back.
Is it?
Oh, it's getting rocketed. That's right. Okay, you were saying, man, that does a lot of damage. That's fine. Big and scary.
Okay. Apparently that we didn't do it in time.
Wait,
Incinerating
well,
before
wasn't
it falls
quick
into your
enough.
hands?
Now I got a legendary Ingram and an exotic Ingram.
do it.
I don't see why.
He robbed the bank with that one.
And whatever mission I've been told to hang on to an exotic Ingram for, that I have to
Yes.
an exotic Ingram to complete the mission. So I've been holding on to one.
I'm teleporting to the rupture to trade in some stuff, see if we can get some new purples.
I don't think I've gotten anything to give them.
Oh, you should have.
Talk to
You should
Ash.
have time yourself. Is when you bring up the map, is he kind of pulsing?
Did Cade ask you to bother me?
I didn't check. I didn't check. Got one purple from him, but I've only got two
Do you need something?
green needles and one blue needle. That was all tokens. I've got none of the needles.
You don't have any needles? Really?
3 total. I had 3 total.
Yeah, I didn't find many of those either.
Juice box.
Get someone to explain
He was
to me.
pulsing for me, but I didn't have enough to rank or get him to rank up to get any purples.
No, once you hit 10 tokens, he starts pulsing. It doesn't matter if you can rank up or not.
Lost Oasis has a thing going on.
Loused.
Alright.
This place is actually pretty small, which isn't a bad thing.
Well, I can tell you one thing. You're gonna have lots of stuff to give the weaponsmith.
Do you guys want to do a strike now, or you want to
Later.
save that for later? Okay.
Well, actually, we should be ending here in a few minutes, anyways. We've covered an hour.
Fair enough.
Tried to keep it going. Tried.
We talked about quite a bit. So do we want to make any last closing statements about the game itself? And
I want to keep playing it with you guys. Push through the story mode so that we can start doing strikes and all that kind of good stuff.
okay. So is
I'm
the
looking-
one thing I actually didn't ask, I was going to earlier when we were talking about, is the energy to shield damage, was that was in the first game too, wasn't it, or was that new?
If it was, I was unaware of it.
Mm.
I think it was, but it seems more pronounced than this one.
It's a little more noticeable.
Yeah, and the energy, it's a little clearer in this game, I think, what the energy, at least in the case of Void, what that energy is supposed to actually be. Because like
Okay.
there's a weapon in this that I use that can string lightning bolts together if it's a if you take a certain type of hit, and it has a chance to do that as kind of a crit sort of thing. Whereas in I left a small crater. In the first one, you couldn't really tell what that was, like what kind of damage that was dealing.
Oh, okay. So a little
I mean,
more.
you could. It's called arc damage, so I assumed that it was supposed to be electricity or something similar.
I
But-
thought it was supposed to be ice.
Oh, in the original game, you thought it was ice.
Because it has a blue symbol that doesn't exactly look like an electrical symbol, and arc could be short for Arctic.
True.
So that's what I thought I was dealing with. I was wrong. But it was not obvious in that game because bullets just look like bullets in that game. In this one, when you're using an energy weapon, your shots actually take on the color of the energy, and they have a particle effect of that energy, which is why I finally fired, when we played the beta, I got an arc weapon and fired it, and I went, oh, crap.
What are they up to now, huh?
Electricity! I guess that makes sense, like, arcing.
Storm.
But it had not occurred to me. Fire, ice, and dark. Lightning and dark.
Oh, what the heck is this?
Let's capture this lander.
Capture, destroy. Either way, get it out of here.
Let's wait in the Hydra too.
Crap.
Oh, I didn't think I'd hit that far out. I was wrong.
Oh, this rocket launcher sucks.
Sorry. My rocket launcher's a beast.
Mine has a dragon on it.
This rocket launcher.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh my god. That's not good. That's not good. I'm getting out of here.
Highlander, I'm gonna override it. Final thoughts on Destiny 2 versus Destiny 1, James?
I've been enjoying Destiny 2.
Anything that you thought the first one did better? Not weapons. Including, what we already talked about, the weapons, like energy versus heavy.
No, I think most of the a lot of the things that I thought they could improve in the first one, I think they managed to in the second one. But a lot of the things that I thought they did well that I enjoyed in the first one carried over into the second. So I enjoyed it. I haven't done any of the I haven't done the raid or anything at this point yet, and even on the console. But so far so good.
Don't have enough fire team for it.
Don't have enough fire team, and it's recommended
Ship's
light
here.
level 280, which I'm not there yet. I'm close. I'm 270 something.
Shit. I used them all up on that Hydra. Ah,
Oh, pain. Oh, and I walk
that
right
was
past
the
it and
first one
die.
that showed up, right?
Don't get me. You're gonna die. They got me. Haha. You guys are so wonderful to me.
What'd you ask, Tristan? Oh, crap. I got getötet.
So, I'm trying to remember what I asked because I got distracted by reviving Malachi. I can at least go ahead and say, I miss the machine guns for the heavy weapons.
True.
Advice anymore, which was super good advice. That's it.
The one thing that they changed, the sidearms, there are fully automatic sidearms and 3-round burst sidearms now, and I'm not a fan. I like the addition of the submachine guns. I kind of use them in place of the machine guns. But so I don't really miss the machine gun so much.
So wait, what are you talking about? Is this thing that's not in here?
There used to be a heavy weapon. Basically, the two primary types of heavy weapons in the first Destiny were the rocket launcher and the machine gun. Those are your two primary choices.
Oh,
Are
then
you
there's the fusion
talking
rifle.
about something that looks like a minigun barrel?
No, it was a weapon type. So like you look at your rocket launcher or your grenade launcher
yeah.
or something like that in here, and it says rocket launcher, grenade launcher. This said machine gun.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, the gun you're thinking of, I think, is an auto rifle. Pretty sure it's an auto rifle.
Well,
It was the exotic weapons that they gave you during the beta.
Yeah, I've unlocked it in the on the Xbox. I haven't used it, but I've unlocked it.
Unlocked.
that's an HTC?
I found it. Sorry.
I think there's an HTC right there. Or did it despawn?
No, he was part of this event. They're like
We shot down a ship
orange.
and a commander, and we hijacked the lander.
How's
And
this?
that's something I miss. Is
Adequately impressive.
I would choose between either being able to slam a couple high damage rockets into one target, or I would choose to have a machine gun and have a large magazine that I could use to rock my way through a lot of different guys, or tear down someone's shield and then bite into their health.
Yes, I agree, but especially I find that the submachine guns do a good enough job with the latter of what you're describing that I don't really, like I said, I don't really miss the machine guns that much. And I find that the submachine gun, I feel like the submachine guns kind of handle better, and that they're easier to use, to me, anyway.
Yeah.
I do like that there are, and I don't know if this was a thing in the first game with any of the weapons, at least that added later on. There are certain guns that have effects on other guns. So, like for example, there was the Might of Multi-Tool in the first game.
Yep.
There's an SMG that is an energy weapon in this one that's the Might of Mini-Tool, and you actually unlock that first when you get the quest to start unlocking the multi-tool. And when you're using, when you have both of them equipped, the Mini-Tool gives better handling to the multi-tool. So there's kind of different combinations of weapons that can play off of each other, and there's attachments and mods in this game that I think are interesting and add a different kind of
Another level of customization.
Maybe
Yes, exactly.
Are we saying that they still have that are?
Used to have, so you would be able to find weapons that had certain
Okay.
perks or aspects to
Maybe
them that
we
made
just
them
haven't-
better at this event.
Maybe we just haven't found any yet. Maybe there are in here.
But they changed it over to being mods that you could
Oh.
add onto a weapon.
right. So it's a little more customizable. Also, I've noticed and I've not gotten enough of them to really tell for sure. But in the first one, you could get the same gun with
Perks
different
on it.
sights. Well, different perks
Yeah.
and different sights on it. And the sight thing was really what kind of bothered me, because I had two. What the heck was the name of the gun? Beeline Traumas, and one of them, excuse me, one of them did higher damage and had better stats overall, but I wasn't really a fan of the sights on it. But I really liked the sight on the other one that I had. With this one, it seems like the sights are like there's fewer options, and they're kind of more.
Every time I pick up a weapon of the same name, it's always got the same sight options.
Right, exactly. And another thing is you don't have to kind of level up the weapons per se. When you pick up a legendary weapon, you can access all three or all of the sight options that are available for it right off the bat.
I kind of like that they've gotten rid of the necessity of leveling weapons in order to use them, so you can kind of throw it on, try out the different configurations, and go, yes, I'm keeping this, or nah, this isn't for me.
Yeah, especially the sights, because if you find that you go through and you unlock the whole gun and you don't really like any of the sights on it, okay, well, then
Good, glad I spent all that time.
Right, exactly. I spent all that time, and it turns out to be a mediocre at best platform. Where this one, you kind of get that up front, and you can tell whether or not you want to keep it and or dismantle it or infuse it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm very quick. Like in the other game, unless of a type that I liked using, then it took me a while to figure out if it was going to be something I kept. Like, oh
I
yeah,
do like that they move. Sorry, good.
It's a scout rifle, but I can tell already that it doesn't have what I need.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, we should call it.
Let's all meet up.
At HVT and then died. So meet me over there. Oh, I left a
I
crater.
thought we'd just meet where you just left your crater.
Let's take out this last guy.
Yeah.
And call it a night.
Sounds like
For the podcast, anyway.
What I was gonna say was I do like that they changed it so that engrams are no longer take up space in your inventory for specific types of weapons and armor. That it's got its own inventory space now.
I mean,
Annoying.
they reduced the number of engrams that you have to have.
Sorry. No. Go ahead. Say the Ingram thing.
Reduced the amount that you see that you need to go have deciphered by the cryptarchs, so it works out. But in the other game, you ended up having generally more inventory space for them anyway, and not to mention that even if you fill up your inventory so that you can't pick things up, if you go back to the tower, it'll all end up in your email anyway.
That's true.
That's nice, yeah. Alright, well, let's, sorry.
It ends up working out in the end to be about the same.
So, I wanted to say, we'll all do an emote, and we'll say goodnight. That's what I wanted to go.
Oh no, it's the wrong emote! I forgot to change the name!
I don't have any interesting ones. Actually,
This is mine.
Here's a snack. Nice. Actually, I might.
Ramen bowl. That's how you do it.
Alright, everyone. Anyone who's watching, thanks for watching and hanging out with us. We hope you have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.